Hello, fellers. I promised Iron Storm that I was going to do this, and I was going to do it a few weeks ago, but I just felt like horrible. So I'm going to do this. It's the way I did the wood grain on the bed of my truck, which I'm going to do it on this bed rail, but it's the same thing. That's it there. Which I don't know. After doing them, I might even fix them up if I can fix them. I not have to permanently put them on there. But it's really simple, guys. And I got this. This is not my idea, really. Anyway, I pretty much got this from Chris Chapman, and I just modified it a little to mine. And that's the great thing about YouTube. You see things, and you can modify them to your needs. You know, he does lots of rusty, gooey, nasty stuff. And I mean that in a good way, Chris. But I'm gonna do it. You know, I wanted it to be kind of pretty. You know, like they had really made this up. And I'm using Delta Ceramcoat Spice Tan. You can do this with even a little bit darker shade. If you want a darker wood, or even if you put a little red in it, you can give it almost. It's pretty close to a redwood or something. And then I cover it with Future. I thin the Delta Ceramcoat 50-50 with not my hair color. I ain't got enough hair to color, but my washer fluid 50-50. And I've got a hair dryer here that I'm going to use just to speed this up a little bit. So here we go, guys. I hope you all can see this. But I just put a light coat on it. And this, if you want to take the time to airbrush this, it goes on a little smoother, but you really can't, if you get it on there. Get it on there good, and then do one solid stroke down through there, which this is one of them tester brushes, and it works really good because it just lays right down the wood part of that. Put a little more on that one. It's a little thin there. And you just got that. I mean, this is the easiest tutorial I think in the world, so it might get a little loud, so I'm going to use this hair dryer to speed this up a little bit, guys. Just dry it. It doesn't take just a few seconds, really, to dry that craft acrylic paint. So it doesn't take just a minute. That ought to do it. And then I've got a mechanical pencil, and all I'm doing is where those wood grain is in the wood. I hope you all can see this with my big old fat finger. Where there's a little wood grain in that wood, take that mechanical pencil and just kind of highlight that. Can you see that, guys? I'm sorry if you can't. It's hard to do with, I don't know how you guys do all these tutorials because I suck at it. Just everywhere there's a little bit of that wood grain, put a little bit of that on there. And it doesn't have to be real precise, just you can make it as dark or as light as you want to. All you're doing is making that wood, the grain stand out, just like if you'd put a light stain on a 2x4. I mean, it's gonna make that wood grain stand out just a little bit. Just enough to make it stand out. We'll make this one We'll make this one a little bit darker just to show what I'm talking about. However you want the wood grain to stand out. It's personal preference. Just make it look as, I think it looks as real as can be. And then a lot of times, like in these spots here, the wider spots in it, if you can see that up in here, I'll even you just make you a circle or whatever, and maybe pull it down a little bit for a knot hole. And you probably will not ever see that in your lifetime. But you just make you just make you a little knot hole in it, and you can do that all through there if you want to, however many. I like knotty wood. But like I say, see where I've made some of those a little darker, some of them not so dark, so you can kind of see. And then it's simply just take your paint and go back over it again. And this too is kind of trial and error of how dark you want the wood or how much of the wood grain you want to pop out. You can adjust that with how much paint you're putting on it. And this is my first ever tutorial, which I guess is, I don't know if it qualifies because it's pretty simple, guys. Takes no talent. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And then you just run it, like I say, you're running that back over that. And then we'll take the hairdryer again. Ooh, buddy. And as you dry that, if you can hear me, as you dry that pencil mark's going to come out in it even a little more yet as it dries. So like I say, if you want it light, you just put a real light pencil mark on it. And it comes out, can you see that? It'll come out about like that. And then I take the future, which I'll go ahead and do it just for good measures. Take some of that future and go right over it, and that'll make it shiny like they lacquered it. And then on the bed, I just took a Sharpie and run down the middle for the actual on the actual bed. See if I can, where the runners are, I just used a Sharpie, and then whenever you put that future over that Sharpie, it seals it there, and it makes it shine like metal. But when you get done, it's going to look like that. I say simplest thing in the world, but I think it looks really nice on them beds. But I hope that helps you there, Ironstorm, Ken. And I'm anxious to see. I think it's at 34 you're working on, buddy. You take care. Have a great weekend, and everybody have a great week and a great day. Take care, guys.